What up, Ricky? What up, Chris? How are you guys? How's your teams looking? Hopefully you don't have to rely too much on Montgomery. Word, Zach. Danny Dimes. What is good, Bianchi? Bianchi. Skins are trash. They sure are, and it doesn't look like Haskins is ready yet. So 1 and 2 in both leagues. It's all right, guys. You guys freak out so much, man. You forget this is fantasy football. If you're building a good team, a team to win, it's gonna win. Especially now the bye weeks are coming in. You guys should have built nice depth. Bears defense needs to get 41. The way they're looking is possible. Montgomery 30. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's been disappointing. Montgomery's usage, just the Bears offense as a whole. I mean, obviously Taylor Gabriel's got some nice touchdowns today, but that's a result of the Redskins. But it just has been, Anthony Miller's another good player who they just haven't been using. They've been using Allen Robinson a lot, but very few big plays. How many points do you need, Max? Yeah, at least I won some money. I won a parlay. I needed the Bears to cover. Should have just bet this game straight up. I lost on the Falcons. Pissed. Nah, Bob. We're going 0-16, 0-13 because we won't make the playoffs. We would have won if we would have started Lindsey. You guys won a monster. Yeah, some of you guys chose Lindsey, but a lot of you guys didn't, man. Nice, Sabi. See, I acknowledge you when I see it. I was 4 points behind a facing Bears defense, having Montgomery for me. I mean, this game setup is actually a nice setup for Montgomery. They're up 28-0. You would think they want to run the ball out. So, you guys got to look at the positive. It is disappointing, but I still think Montgomery will be fine. But yeah, we need to get him cranking sooner than later for sure. Giants and Bucks game was the game of the year. Yeah, Giants and Bucks game might have been the game of the year for real. Do you think that of Robbie Anderson? What about Robbie Anderson? I like Robbie Anderson. Eagles or Packers on Thursday night? Ooh, that's the game? I didn't know that. Depends who's the home team. Probably Packers. I need him to get 5 more than Kyle Fuller in one. So he needs 10 more right now and like 20 in another, but I have him in all my leagues. Well, I don't know about the 20. The 10, it's possible. He needs a touchdown. Robbie Anderson's a good option for the future, yes. Good call on Cup over Karen Keenan yesterday. Won my league because of it. Glad to hear that, Chris. What was that thing I wanted to get off my chest? Nagy. Nagy's just been a horrible play caller. I'm trying to stay calm. For y'all. But no, the truth is he's been a horrible play caller. But at the same time, like, I still think, sometimes rookies, it's a long season, guys. It's a long season. We got to look at it like as a whole. And sometimes the best players, like I said this earlier, I don't know if you guys were on or not. Even Kamara went through a stretch last year where he didn't score a touchdown in 4 or 5 games. Everybody was freaking out. It's the NFL. Things happen. It just so happens at a bad time. It's the beginning of the year. So, but let these things play out. I've been doing this too long to know that these things have a way of playing themselves out. It's just about right now weathering the storm because you guys have amazing teams. I've seen your teams. You guys have a lot of good players that, you know, it just hasn't come all together yet. Worst start, damn. Are you? What if Montgomery picks it up on Franco? Yeah, carry on. It's not looking good right now, but there's still hope. I mean, he looks awful, but like I said, man, I've seen this before, and then I've seen a player just turn. That's why I say talent over everything. Eventually, talent will prevail. But yeah, we got to get in the win column. It's not a good thing to go 0-3. The next one is you're in must-win situation. And I'm going to make a video about that tomorrow because I think it's important. If you're 0-3, you're playing a different style of football now because every game is important. So yeah, tomorrow's video is going to be really important for you guys if you're not off to a good start. Because some of you guys, the problem is too that you start trading away players because you're not off to a good start, and then you get just out of desperation. I've seen a lot of trades, based off needs. The best thing to do is always acquire the best amount of talent, the most amount of talent. You could always shift pieces, but to trade away your talent for lesser talent because you think you need a running back or a tight end, that doesn't equate to W's or more points. We need you well rested. You're right. I do need to be well rested. Yeah, it's a big week for sure. I drafted Sony Montgomery, and I'm really hoping Montgomery breaks out. Yeah, Sony's a super bust. Ronald Jones or Gallup for all the season. I mean, I like Gallup more once he comes back. Hopefully the Broncos turn their season around. Drop JJWA for. Yeah, I mean, right now it's interchangeable. I think they're in two similar situations, where they got some receivers ahead of them that are injury prone. And in the case of JJW, he's a rookie. Case of Pettis, I don't know. It's only his second year, but he's acting like a rookie. So they're a coin flip. Pettis though will have a bye, so there's really no rush to get him. Yeah. So in your case, Juan Franco, if your team that gauge the way your team's playing. Don't gauge at wins and losses because sometimes it could be luck, guys. Like luck is involved, but luck retired. But um, sometimes you're just unfortunate. So if your team's playing well, you don't want to, especially make too many moves. OBJ urged for Brady and Gordon trade. Thanks for telling me what's up. I was freaking out. Yeah, well, you're one of them. There's a lot of you, bro. Need 8 more points from Montgomery. I think Montgomery's going to get you 8 points, man. Yeah, patience is key, but I understand. Like, if you're 0-3, like, honestly, that's never a place you want to be. 0-3 is like my cap, though. Like, I'm cool, but now we're about to play a different style of football. Like I said, we're going to be ultra aggressive. We're going to have good players at every position. We're going to have, the best matchups because You have to. Yeah, Dalvin Cook's been a beast. Yeah, Red Rock and Josh Allen. I think that's fine. For quarterbacks, those are going to be two solid options. I think that's another thing. I think people sometimes focus their attention on a perceived weakness. Um, I see a lot of people trading positional players for quarterbacks. Guys, you could basically stream quarterbacks. Did you guys not see Daniel Jones, Kyle Allen, both had like top 5 finishes, and most people find them on their waivers. Lamar Jackson was a low round pick. Kyler Murray was a low round pick. Josh Allen was a low round pick. Jameis Winston killed it, was a low round pick. So you don't need to get you. I see people trading for like Tom Brady or I don't know, Matt Ryan, Russell. Like, relax. Josh Allen's plenty. Instead of giving valuable positional players, you need to either package your positional players and upgrade at that position or keep accumulating talented positional players. That's always going to hold more value than quarterbacks. There are a lot of good quarterbacks now, especially if you stream them and play the matchups. Hey, Janoris Jenkins, yeah, for real. I got Wentz and Adams Thursday night, big game. I didn't know that was a Thursday night game. That's pretty awesome. About time we get a good game. What should people do with Baker? I well, I mean, the short answer is you keep him. You're not throwing him away. I am concerned with Baker though. I am concerned because the eye test to me wasn't that impressive last year. He beat up on the bad teams, and he was bad under the good teams. But I thought this year, because I was like, well, he's a rookie, I'll give him a pass because even though rookies have shown to be good, but now he's struggling again. I'm going to continue to give him a little pass, but my leash is getting shorter because now, they just brought in OBJ. But I'm starting to get a little concerned with Baker, starting to doubt he could be top, 5, 6, 7, where a lot of people had him. I think I had him like 6 or 7. But still believe he could be a QB1. But so we'll see. I thought having Hopkins, Galladay, Ridley, and Godwin would be solid. Hopefully, yeah, Bob, that's why you got to trust your teams, because if you go making moves with a team like that, that's an amazing wide receiver core. They just happen to all have a bad week, but they all have been off all year. So it's just a matter of time. Sometimes we always think like we gotta make this, grand move, and a lot of times we outmaneuver ourselves. You see Nelson Aguilar as a must start if DJX. I'll never call Nelson Aguilar a must start. Should I let go of Aaron Rodgers and stream QBs because no, man. Just relax, guys. It's week 3. This is the most, I feel like week 4, this is where the season starts. Now, if Aaron Rodgers played 3 of the toughest defenses, guys. I know I sound like I'm giving him a pass, but at the same time, he wasn't horrible. He just wasn't he was very average, underwhelming. But he went against 3 of the toughest defenses, and he's playing in a new system himself. So I think Rodgers will be fine. I think Baker will be fine. but maybe they won't be top 3 like a lot of people have. Damn, Bears another interception. Good Lord. Sheesh. So I traded Hooper for DJ Shark. I'm not sure I would do that. I would need to see it. This is why I recommend the Facebook group to you guys, because I'm not one to give you like a cheap answer. It's like this person for this person. Now, I'm not trying to sell my Facebook group, but I'm trying to explain you my logic. I need to see your total roster, because if Shark's your wide receiver 3, that makes a difference if he's your wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 4. Same thing, like Hooper is like borderline elite at a position where it's very difficult to get a borderline or an elite player. Shark is a damn good receiver, but I could find good receivers. You can always stream receivers based on matchup. Can't really do that with tight end. Finding a consistent tight end is so powerful. So more than likely, I would say no. But if Shark's like ends up being your wide receiver too, it's a lot of different scenarios, scoring systems that make it a little harder to answer some of these questions. Anderson or MVS rest of the season? That's a good one. I would give Anderson the slight edge, but that's tough, bro, because I love MVS. Like, it's one of those questions like Godwin or Cup. Like, they're both great, or Boyd. Like, and the stats at the end of the year, guys, will show you that. The reason why I get stuck at these players sometimes, it's like, Cup might end up with 18.9 points per game, and Godwin might end up with 19.3 points per game. So very little difference where it's not really going to cost you a game. That's why some of these questions I say, just pick one. I don't care. Toss up. Like, a lot of people want this straight answer, and a lot of times I can provide that. But sometimes in a case like this, it's so close. I would probably even start looking at the schedules. Like, it's really close. I love both players, but because Robbie Anderson's the number one option, or he should be in New York, then I got to give him the slight edge. Who picked the ball? I didn't even see it. If you have the Bears defense, you're sitting pretty right now, for real. If I have a boy, am I naming him? What? I'm happy I rode with Murray in most of my leagues. Imagine taking Baker in the 6. Yeah, that is a good example, though, why I say don't take a quarterback early. Like, we got guys that are better, and we took Josh Allen in the throne. Like 10, 11, something like that. Some people took him later. Some people took him off the wire. At quarterback, you can stream it. If you ain't got Mahomes, you ain't got shit. Period. Watson, but for the most part, it's Mahomes and everyone else. So why? Yeah, I was a little disappointed in that myself, Kevin. But I rank these wide receivers the rest of the season. I would say first Mike Evans, then Juju, then Thielen. Mike Evans has, moved past Juju. He's got a better quarterback. Like, one guy, this is a perfect example. One guy said, would you trade Mike Evans for Devontae Adams? Like, or no, Mike Evans and another player for Devontae Adams. It's like, to me, Mike Evans and Devontae Adams are pretty even. They're pretty, like, they're top tier receivers. If I had to take a choice, if I had to, I would still pick Adams. Don't get me wrong. But to go out of your way to trade for Adams when you got close to a player like that, of Mike Evans, because we don't know if Devontae Adams is going to continue to be that target hog he was the last 2 years. It's Matt LaFleur. So far, he hasn't been that, but a lot could be attributed to the first 3 games. He went against Kyle Fuller, then Xavier Rhodes, and now Chris Harris. But So when it's even like that, it makes me uncomfortable. It's like, why am I trading this? It almost seems like bad luck. So I was like, you know what? Let me keep my player. Let me keep my player unless I know this is clearly making my team better. That's just the way I work. You don't have to do that. But sometimes if you're talking about Adams and then you start adding another player, then I'm like, is it really that big a difference? Everybody's calling Hawkinson. Yeah, I'm not a believer in any Lions receivers. I'm not even a believer like that in Matt Stafford. So think you're dropping Darwin, Hawkinson, Duke Johnson. Yeah, that's fine. Duke's a little premature, but the other two are fine. I have Josh Allen and Wentz, so I'm in an awkward situation. Well, they're both good options. I think Wentz will win out most of the time, but we got to see because sometimes, you know, Philly's been a little injured. Yeah, MVS can tear it up this week. Should need McLaurin to get me 11 more. That's a lot. Josh Allen at Pats, Dalton at Steelers. Hard decisions. Yeah, those are. Yeah, ugh. I don't like either of those games. Those are low-scoring games. We have a similar situation where we have Jameis at the Rams, who have been amazing, just like New England, just like Buffalo. And then we have, Josh Allen, obviously, at the Patriots. So very tough decision in the throne. Daryl Williams, you got to keep him right now. Where do you buy? Send me a DM, Allen, on Instagram, fantasy football at fantasy football rapper, and we'll set you up. Any news on Damian Williams' injury? Yeah, Daryl Williams. I don't know news on Damian, but Daryl's a must keep. Cardinal. I hate to tell you, crying about Montgomery is not. You guys have a lot of we're all made of energy, guys. Our thoughts become our reality. So the more you worry, the more you think about Montgomery, the worse it is for you guys. You ever notice the more you want something, the more you pull away? Like if you really want a girl and you're texting her all the time and you're calling her all the time and you're DMing her and commenting, then you're like, then she repulses. Anytime you're too worried, you're too stressed, you're too thirsty, the opposite happens because life's about balance, the yin and the yang. I'm getting metaphysical here with you guys. You'll learn when you get older, but we're all made up of energy. And all this, not good. You have Hooper and Waller. I think they're, whichever. This is the answer for you. Juan Franco. Damn, keep saying Juan Carlos. Whichever gets you the most value because they're so equal. It's another example. They're so equal. Hooper's got the better offense. Waller's a target machine. So whoever could give you the most return, that's who you want to trade. I said Hardman like a clown. It happens, man. It wasn't like that great a matchup, Baltimore, even though they are banged up in the secondary. But, oh, shit. Do you think Darwin yeah, I think they're all droppable except Duke. I would wait, Bob. I would wait a little bit on Duke, at least another week. Yeah, I feel you, Kobe. If you got a deep team like that and you don't have to play them, yeah, sure. Is Adrian Peterson okay to cut? Yeah. Do you have updated rest of the season rankings on a website or something? No. Sorry, guys. I was going to have that, but my website, that whole plan fell apart. I'm going to try to do some, man. I really do. It's a lot, dude. Because the other thing is, I need help because I spend a lot of time researching. Like some analysts or some football pages, they spend a lot of time creating content. They spend a lot of time making posts, but I feel like they don't study enough. I feel like to be good, I don't want to sacrifice studying and researching and watching film just so I can, do rankings. Because to be honest with you, rankings are so overrated because nobody knows shit. Every week there's Taylor Gabriel's going to be the number one receiver this week. So how great are rankings And it depends sometimes because if you make your start sits by rankings, sometimes you need a home run hitter. You don't need that safe, low. So you might want to take a guy that's ranked lower if you're behind in projections than a guy I have ranked higher just because I think he's safer. Yo, McLaurin's a beast. Wow. Somebody has McLaurin here. They got to be happy. Amazing. He's matchup proof. Wow. How much did I win? Just this game, I'm gonna win. I didn't do good, bro. I went up against Keenan Allen, Dalvin Cook. Who else? I won though on this. I think I put 80 and I won like 400 or something. Yeah, definitely need a page manager. I need a lot of things, but I don't have money to pay for one right now, so that's why I haven't got one. Early defensive rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year picks. Is there any defender that's really tearing it up that's a rookie? They got Josh Allen look good for the Jags. Oh, Bosa's been beasting it. So yeah, Bosa for sure. For Savages look real good too in Green Bay. Then for offense, so who we got? Murray, Jacobs. Offensive rookie of the year, Gardner Minshew. Fuck the bullshit. Whoever needed 11 from McLaurin, you may be good for real. Got Terry on my bench. Started Sterling Shepard. Nice. So glad I picked up McLaurin off waivers. He's legit. Yeah, he really is, man. Let's go, Rap. Lauren. He's matchup proof. Yeah. Do you think he'll continue with Haskins? I don't know. I think if they play Haskins, he'll be ready. I don't think they're gonna play him and look bad. Njoku. All right, I'll let y'all in on y'all getting some of the early juice just because I like y'all. And my true supporters are the ones that are with me live. So, guys, here's what I got for you. I came across, I do my little digging and, always trying to get in on you guys. And I got a good feeling about a guy. So, if Disley's still available, he's an option. But there's another option I like. Now, granted, guys, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. It's a tight end. Tight ends are all a crapshoot. But at the same time, I say this a lot. Talent over everything. And what do I say? The perfect storm. Talent meets opportunity. So, Plastic obviously pays attention. And I said it earlier, guys. I really like this kid, Dawson Knox, because he's talented, number one. I've been knowing about him for a while. I think Plastic might have even been the first person to put me onto Dawson Knox. He might have even been the first one, but I was onto him early. Third round pick, was looking good, got injured. There's nobody in Buffalo. Not a tight end. Croft is hurt. That was supposed to be their starter. They've been running him a lot of routes. And who's Buffalo's pass catchers? Zay Jones hasn't been nothing. Robert Foster gets no burn. John Brown's been boom or bust. Little Cole Beasley. No, it's Dawson Knox. He runs a 4.56 40. A sub 4.6 for tight end is amazing. Very, very talented kid. And I said, third round pick, fast, athletic, and he's tough. Even the name Dawson Knox sounds like he's, was cutting down trees when he was 6 years old. So I like him. There is some risk, but all tight ends are risk. I think he's worth the risk based on his talent, based on his situation. Is Wayne any good? I mean, Wayne's too much. He doesn't get a lot. He's playing good though. I can't front. He's not. Um, I don't know. I I wouldn't play him over Dawson Knox or you know, I still would like Will Disley, Dawson Knox more. I'm glad to hear that too. I'm glad to hear that. Check the DMs trying to get into the Facebook group. I got you, my friend. Um, Debo Samuel is my favorite rookie. Well, no, he ain't better than. Well, he could be your favorite, but he's not the best. McLaurin is killing it. Fort Knox, I like it. All right, Plastic, take care. I'm going 10-2 in my leagues, and I don't know how you are 10-3. It makes no sense. Huh? You're about to mention Knox. I like him. I like his talent. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. I'm patiently waiting too, bro. I I have him in two of my leagues, so I'm heavily invested. I'm only in three leagues, and I got him in 2/3. So obviously, I'm a believer. I hate that they're not fully, you know, unleashing them. I like that. I like that. Golden Tate worth a pickup. Yeah. There. Oh, that's Cohen. Fuck my life. Well, hopefully that brings us closer to a touchdown. Damn, that hurts, Claudio. But at least you can look up and say, it was due to an injury. So obviously your team's good. Although you got to recover now from Saquon. But that's why I always say, stack your backs deep. Wait, where's my Makes no sense. 10-3, that would be weak. Why doesn't that make sense? Damn, Taylor gave us turned it up. Would I drop Cohen? I mean, again, guys, it depends on who you're dropping him for. I like Knox even against the pass. Yeah, because you can't throw on them on their corners. Cohen ain't going nowhere. So got to throw the ball somewhere. Like, it's like the old saying. I say this. You hear me say it. The ball got to go somewhere. Like, he's not going to throw for 0 yards. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a blow up spot. But since the receivers are guarded by the corners, Tre'Davious White, and I think the Pats have been susceptible to tight ends in the past. Who they play? Let's see. They played the Jets. Well, they don't have nobody. And then the other team was Dolphins. They didn't really do anything. They don't really have a tight end either. And then week one, yeah, they just been shutting everybody out. Please, Montgomery, get your touchdown. Just save us. Trying to get Jacobs for Hooper. Yeah, that's a good trade if you have Waller. That's solid. Really solid. But it's a perfect example how people overpay for Hooper. I mean, for tight ends. Like, I like Hooper. He deserves a lot. But Jacobs, I don't know. I would trade one of them straight up, Claudio. Why do you feel like you have to include more? Is this dude really going to get a fourth touchdown? Yeah, Alan, let me see. You said you DM me. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Yes, you sure did. Praying they give the call to Montgomery. Yeah, I know, me too. Oh no, you lost me, Sabi. Should I pick up Gabriel? No, 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 guys. He had a blow up game last year. He won't. His next 4 games, he's not gonna have this many points. Like that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of you guys freak out one way or another, but I trust my senses. I trust what I see. It sucks that David Montgomery is doing what he's doing, but you can't follow. You can't chase points. I need to make a video about that because you're always going to be behind. Because when next week when Taylor Gabriel has 8 points, you're going to be like, oh my god, like that's chasing points. Actually, you just went to the medical tent. Good. I mean, not good, but good for fantasy. Um, I actually did pick Gabriel and DFS on Franco, but it's so hard because there's so many people competing. Like you have to have a perfect lineup. But I did pick him one of my leagues. Oh, and I'm winning $15. So, I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? I don't know. Anyway, I got him, but not winning much. Um, yeah, I still believe in Juju. I just don't believe Juju is going to be everything I thought he was going to be without Big Ben. I still believe in him, but I definitely like Evans more. John Ross, perfect example. Yeah, I still think John Ross can be a little solid. Remember, he had the toughest matchup in Buffalo. He was the one that was going against Tre'Davious White. Tyler Boyd was the slot. You know what I'm saying? So Buffalo's tough. I think I'm gonna give him a pass. Oh, I still don't get it. I mean, 10-3 makes sense because there's 13 games. 10-2 doesn't make sense. You're picking up Gabriel on the real. That's a waste. Redskins INT. Are you serious? Because I'm fucking delayed here, and you just ruined that for me. Oh, you were not kidding. Fuck my life. Why'd he take that out? What an idiot. Oh, he had to though. I think he caught it out. Damn, Mitch Trubisky is horrible. All he had to do was float it over his head. He's horrible. Like horrible. Um Saquon, a trade, a keep, or hold. I think he's all three or two. Because keep and hold is the same. Because I mean, if you could get something good for him, it have to be pretty good. I would do it. I would take a Mixon for him. because that's a lot of time. But I wouldn't just take anything for him because then it's like you're planning to lose. Yeah, I thought Mixon's performance looked pretty good. I like the way he's trending. I think he has a lot of nice games ahead of him coming. I really do. I don't like players that are not playing, Brett. That's why you don't hear me mention guys like Melvin Gordon. Because didn't we learn our lesson last year with James Conner? Like, I'm not feeling that whole I don't know when you're coming back. But it always, like anything else, depends how low. Everything's relative. Is there a price I would take on Melvin Gordon? Yes. It'd have to be pretty low. McLaurin, 2 more points, I'm sure. I have Chris Thompson on my bench. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Chris Thompson's better than than Sony Michelle. I would have to agree with you. Oh, shoot. I like Miles Sanders' side of it. Yeah, Sony's just it's the offensive line. They're not blocking for him. They have no push. Damn, Vernon Davis looking sprout out there. Yeah, Burkhead looking solid. 13, I guess he's talking about the regular season. Thoughts on Monty? Just waiting like everybody else to break out, guys. Um, it's weird, I think, the way they're using him because we saw them give him 18 carries the week before. So I don't know. I'm still a believer. Yeah, that's true, Juan Franco. But that, I mean, that's always been the case. It's just their offensive line's not what it was. R.I.P. me. You guys are so dramatic. It's funny. Listen, man, I'm really disappointed in Montgomery. Um, but it's like it's not even him. It's Matt Nagy's not giving him the ball. Like that's crazy. When last week, like I said, he had 18 carries. So it's not even Montgomery. It's not that he's looking bad. The coach literally is not giving him the ball. He's not running it. Period. Because Mike Davis, it's not like Mike Davis is getting it. Cohen's getting it, but not that many carries. He's not. You would think he would try to grind this game out. I don't know. It's really weird though. Thoughts on Connor? Carry on. Two more backs that huge disappointments. A lot of disappointing backs so far. Um, I don't know if Connor's going to get it back. I don't think Connor's going to be like top 5 like he was last year. I still think he could be solid. Carry on. I don't know if he keeps getting that type of volume. You got to imagine he would break out. So I think I feel the same about them. I'm still. It's not looking good. It's not. It doesn't feel good. It's not looking good. But they do have it, and I have seen it before, where players start slow and then they take off. It's very possible it could be another one of those situations with these two players. More so, carry on. I think Connor's a result of the offense as a whole. Yeah, Nagy's. I don't know, man. He's got a lot of playmakers too. No, I wouldn't say David Montgomery's a Sony Michel. I think the situations are totally different, actually, because the Bears have a good offensive line. And at least Sony Michel's been getting a ton of carries. He hasn't done anything with them. David Montgomery's the opposite. He hasn't got a lot of touches. Now, last week he did, and he didn't have a great game, but it was against Bears. Bears shut everybody down. They let Aaron Jones get 1.9 yards per carry. So there's your 2 points for McLaurin. He's a buy low. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, right now you could probably get him really low where it's worth it. Here's my Venmo, guys. For anybody that wants to donate, do appreciate. You would think with Montgomery, Cohen, Robbie, yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Mitch Trubisky had some upside. I didn't have him as a QB1, but I thought he was one of my players that I thought could possibly crack into that QB1. And he's just looked awful. And then he's not running it. I mean, he looked awful last year, but at least he made some of that up with his legs, which he hasn't this year. Did he get Coach of the Year? I didn't even know that, or I forgot. Give me 1 second, guys. Ugh. All right, we back. Ugh. Hope this game gets interesting. Favorite all-time player, Eric Dickerson. How old are you, dude? That's impressive. I remember how you co-owed T. Well, anyways, both of them quit, so I have full control and I have trades in to acquire Chubb and carry on. I like it. Good stuff. Dave is trying to leapfrog somebody that ain't there. Y'all see that? That's hilarious. Like he knew it was coming. That's funny. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool that you watch like the old guys. I respect that so much. When I first got into football and basketball, I used to always look up the older players, the ones that came before, and that's awesome, bro. Would I take Derrick Henry for carry on? I don't know. I just don't trust Henry, man. I don't know what it is. It's like I can't. I was so high on carry on that it would be hard for me to quit on him for Derrick Henry. Because then if carry on blows up, I would feel really bad. So that's a tough one for me, my man. And it could be a good trade. Don't get me wrong. That's what makes it tough. If it was like, oh, I'm just being, ridiculous. But Henry's not bad. Nathan Peterman, he might get a shot. Carr keeps it up. Man, Montgomery though. Thank you, Alan. Let me send you the link. I'm about to close that group. It's getting too big, actually. I don't want it too big. Oh, was that Paul Richardson? Yeah. Damn, Keenum's got 2 touchdowns. Should have started him in DFS. Going for 2. This at least makes it interesting. Maybe they'll want to use Montgomery. Wishful thinking, maybe. I don't know. And Matt Nagy's mad, like, cognizant of the fact that there's fantasy owners relying on Montgomery because he actually mentioned, he's like, I know all you fantasy guys want Montgomery to do this. I'm like, you asshole. So you're purposely fucking us. Matt Nagy's a dick. Straight up. Garrett. Yo, Garrett, you're a fool for that one. Oh my god, that was funny. What did you say, Garrett? Baker, biggest dick in the league. Whoa. TMI. TMI there, Garrett. You don't want to know. There's a lady in this, in the live. How you doing, Paola? Hooper or Mark Andrews moving forward? Great question. I'm riding with Hooper only because Mark Andrews right now. Taylor Gabriel concussion. Mark Andrews is injured. I don't know the extent of the injury, but even so, I think I don't know. It's tough because Mark Andrews has been a target hog. Right now, though, Hooper. We got to see how Andrew progresses, and we haven't seen Andrews against or Mark Andrews. I can't even. Oh yeah, Andrews. We haven't seen how he's been against a real defense because he was kind of hobbled this last game. In the first two games, he was Arizona, Miami. So I'd have to lean just by a smart trooper. This reminds you of A. Jones before he broke out. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of guys that started off really slow. That's why I'm like, it's just hard because we're off to a slow start. I get why you guys are panicking. I get it, but I think David Montgomery is going to be all right. Matt Nagy is a terrible coach who's been handed an amazing team. Can't do anything. Um, yeah, I mean, he doesn't coach the defense, which is the amazing part. I mean, they have put up a lot of points this game, but the defense has a lot to do with that. I don't know. I do think Maggie could improve. Maggie could improve his play calling, though, for sure. Montgomery's in the game, guys. See, Montgomery is the type of back too. Montgomery needs to get a lot of carries because he's a bigger, grinded out back. Those types of backs, they need 15 to 20 carries minimum because they'll have plays like this where they only get 2 or 3 yards, but they keep grinding, and eventually they break because the defense, it's hard to take down a guy. Montgomery is one of the hardest tackles, one of the hardest players to take down. And if you keep feeding him, eventually that defense is going to crack. It's like, you keep poking something, you keep poking a pipe, eventually it's going to break. That's how Montgomery plays. I didn't send you the invite link because I thought I did. Oh shoot, my bad. Who did I send that to? Must have sent it to somebody else. Weird. Oh, Montgomery's in there still, I think. Yep. Pass blocking, but he's in there. What the hell is that? Deep route to Tariq Cohen. That's really cute. Oh, I don't get it. I would give Shark or Flash for him. Easy. Really, even Cooks or Woods. Anthony Miller's another one's been a bust. Kind of really disappointed in him. Thought he'd have more of a role in this offense. He had more of a role as a rookie. It's weird. How come players regress? Like Baker, same thing. He's looked worse his second year. Same thing with Mitch. Lamar Miller's the only one that looks better. Yeah, I thought Miller had a chance to be a star as well. Maybe he still does, but it sure doesn't. But I think A receiver is only as good as his quarterback. I think it's hard to be a star with Mitch Trubisky. Really hard. I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I'm getting hungry. I haven't ate. But thank you guys for joining me. I will have a waiver video tomorrow that you do not want to miss, even though I gave you a little sneak preview. So tune into that, guys. And everybody, good luck. Hopefully Montgomery breaks one just in time before bed. But there'll be better days, I promise. Really disappointing, but there'll be better days, man. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one.